Those born with XY chromosomes have larger skulls, wider and higher shoulders, wider thorax, narrow and more aerodynamic pelvis, larger legs, and a less oblique slant of the femur, also known as the Q angle. Those born with XX chromosomes have a pelvis made for childbirth, so it is much wider and more circular, and the oblique slant of the femur is much larger. They have a Q angle, and it is important to know which activities to avoid when you have a Q angle, because you're at increased risk of a knee injury if you do certain things. And this actually happened to me personally because of due to my ignorance at the time of the Q angle. So it's really important that really every person with XX chromosomes knows about the Q angle so that they can avoid knee injuries like ACL tears. Men are taller and heavier and have more type 2 muscle fibers, so they can exert more power and speed, whereas women have more type 1 muscle fiber. So men have 300 to 1,000 nanomoles per deciliter of testosterone. 300 to 1,000 versus women who have 15 to 70. Let me say that again. 300 to 1,000 versus 15 to 70. Okay? The menstrual cycle does take a toll, and I don't know why our society tries to downplay it. Maybe it's because women want to always appear tough. We want to say that we can compete with men at any moment, and I just think we need to stick to the facts and be realistic here about what goes on in our reproductive organs. Let's be real here. Heavy bleeding during a period could lead to iron deficiency and anemia. Fighting losing red blood cells every month. I mean, it's to make that a nothing burger is silly, really. And not to go into too much more detail, just to illuminate the symptoms that would affect sport, not only the loss of red blood cells and iron, causing anemic reaction, but cramping and, often diarrhea. So people who have XX chromosomes, where that's also happening with their opponent, it levels the playing field quite a bit. Those with XY chromosomes can and will continue to obliterate those with XX chromosomes. Records, they'll sweep awards. I don't care how small the percentage is of people who feel the way that they feel, so that they are competing XY versus XX. The truth of the matter is, it's not safe and it's not fair. And it's due to real biological facts.